On today's video, we're going to see why the trunk liftgate on a Nissan Rogue is not opening. If you press the switch down here, nothing happens. So what could be the reason? There could be 4 different reasons this is happening. Let's start with the cheaper option. In some models, which I don't have, they say there's a switch here that says power door on and off. If this was accidentally turned to off and you flip it back to on, that'll solve the problem. I have a SV 2018 and I don't have that option. The second option to fix this is getting into the fuse box here and look for a fuse that's nice and big. That's called the storage fuse that they use when they transport the car. What you're going to do is pull that out just to that extent. It won't come any further apart. Now you start the car. So what you notice in storage mode, the blinkers will be solid. You wait till this warning comes on. Shipping mode on, push storage fuse. Okay, now in order to get back to, you push the fuse back in, turn the car off, and turn it back on. So this essentially acts like a reset, like a very soft reset for the car, for those systems. So once the car is on, okay, now let's try pressing the latch open button after the soft reset. Nothing. So option 2 is not working. Now the third option is where it's going to cost me. The third option is to change the battery. You may wonder, hey, the car just started fine, but there's been many documented cases where when the battery is weak, the first thing that affects is the power trunk module, and that's going to affect the operation of the power lift gate. So in order to make this function, looks like the battery has to be in like completely full charge. However, in some cases when the car is on, it will work, and when the car is off, it may not work. That points to the battery directly. I do suspect that it is the battery in my case. I'm going to change the battery to the new one and then come back and report. If that doesn't work, we move on to the fourth option, which is the tailgate control module that is down here. From the inside, I need to access that and replace that and see if that works. I don't know if there is a separate fuse for it. If there is a fuse, it will be under here in this fuse box. Nissan made it difficult to get to the fuse box. You need to take out this air box completely, this piece, and underneath is the fuse. So I need to check if there is a fuse in there. Probably not. There is no fuse on the internal fuse box other than the storage fuse. So I don't think it's a fuse, but it's either the battery or the control module. So let me change the battery and give you an update. Let's just disconnect the let's go ahead and disconnect the terminal just to reset the car for a little bit and see if that helps in any way. So just going to pull the 10mm nut off, give it like a few seconds, and put it back up. It'll spark a little, but on the other hand, it helps clear out anything that's on the other hand, it helps clear out any codes. Okay, let's put this back on. Alright, so I reset that. Now let's try again. Aha, well, look at that. Look at that. So apparently something happened, and resetting the battery fixed it. Up and down works now. Okay. However, I do want to say that my battery is from, I don't know if you can see here, is from 2017 and it's 2021. So just about time, it needs a replacement. It's been going down a couple of times. I need to jump start it even if I leave like the simplest thing on, not necessarily overnight, but all of a sudden it's just, I think one cell is bad on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the battery anyway. This bolt comes off, this bolt comes off, these two, and you'll see me swap within 2 minutes. All right, let's get there.